Today, we're going to be talking about Tdawgsmitty's video, Did Streamers Ruin Gaming? I figure, I'm a streamer, why not take a look at it, you know? Maybe I'm contributing to this, maybe I'm the downfall of society. We don't know. It's tough to say. It really is tough to say, you know? So let's jump right into it, huh?
Streamers, they've undeniably changed the landscape of gaming. They entertain, they educate, they give fans a community.
Educate might be a strong word. They do educate. They teach, if we're talking about like game streamers specifically, they at least teach you about the games they are playing a lot of times, right? Especially like the good ones, like good at skill, not good streamers necessarily, but good skill at the game. So if you're watching, I don't know, Ninja or something play Fortnite, you can probably learn a good bit about Fortnite. I'm sure he actually talks about strategies in it too. I don't actually know, I don't watch Ninja, but I would guess he does. I've watched like other various pro players of games. Like I've watched pro fighting game players, I watched like Maximilian Dude. He's not a pro fighting game player, really. He doesn't compete in tournaments, but I have watched him, and he's quite knowledgeable. So he can teach me stuff. So yeah, so I guess they do educate, but it just saying educate. Like, they're not teachers, you know. But that's just a quibble, you know. Not a big deal.
But their impact on gaming might not just be a positive one. Some people think streamers have destroyed the casual experience.
Have streamers destroyed the casual experience? That's a good question. I'm gonna say generally no. Because there's still plenty of casual games that you can play. Even casual multiplayer games. Most games have a casual mode. Even though I think, like, if you're playing, like, Overwatch 2... or OG Overwatch, I believe your MMR, is it make ranking, is a little bit different. I just noticed my thing. Look at that. Much better, right? You see, God, we already got 2 major technical difficulties at the beginning of this. That's life, though. Anyway, back to did they ruin it? You can still play casual multiplayer games, even casual competitive games. Your fighting games got casual modes that aren't ranked. Most shooters have casual modes that aren't ranked. So you can still play casually. I believe some of them do have a back-end MMR that they don't show you. So I believe Overwatch 2 is actually pretty strong with this. That you actually sort of have to play in ranked mode. You sort of have to still play good because I believe it affects your backend MMR, which affects who you play against in ranked. So maybe what the solution there would be you get 3 modes. You get your fully ranked mode, you get your casual, so it doesn't affect the like displayed thing, but still backed by MMR, and then you get your totally free-for-all. You could face a pro, and it's your first game if you wanted to. Or if you just got lucky like that. Maybe that should be how it does it. I'm not sure. But I don't know how much streamers have committed to that, or... not committed. Why? Contributed. That's the word I'm looking for. Contributed. That's a good word. I don't know how much streamers have contributed to that phenomenon. Maybe the phenomenon that they did contribute to is that if you watch a whole bunch of people who are really good, a whole bunch of good streamers, then you yourself get good, and then you just copy all of their strats, you copy the weapons they use, you copy the loadouts, I guess, they copy the stat distribution. I mean, I guess an example, this isn't a multiplayer game, or at least not... This is a multiplayer game, but not classically one. Elden Ring. I'm following a build guide made by Fexterlife, and an actual just game progress guide, because I've beaten this game before. So I'm following a build guide. So my build is, like, pretty well optimized. It's not... I don't know if it's a, like, high meta build or something like that, but it is at least well optimized. Somebody spent some time making sure that I can do my Moonveil stuff real good. And it wasn't me. Damn it, I drank the wrong one. It wasn't me. So, if you put that in like a casual game, like you got your, or not your casual, you put that in a multiplayer game, like your Call of Duties, or another multiplayer game that has a loadout, then you're probably going to have a bunch of people who have followed a build guide or looked up the best high-tier weapon, or you got your high-tier fighting characters, or whatever. Ultimately, I think skill is going to replace that more than, like, if you got a really good gun, will it make you better? If it's busted, absolutely. Even if it's above average, it'll probably make the shitty shooter player better than they would be with another gun, right? But it's not going to be a replacement for skill. You got somebody who's an 8 out of 10 skill fighting against somebody who's a 3 out of 10 skill. And the 8 out of 10 is using the 3 out of 10 gun, and the 3 out of 10 is using an 8 out of 10 gun. That 8 out of 10 skill is going to win every time. If you got an 8 and a 7, then you got the 8 using a 3 out of 10 gun, and the 7 using an 8 out of 10 gun. That's probably the 7 will win. So yeah, so it's all about figuring things out. It's a weird mix of things. So I wouldn't say that streamers are the ones ruining it entirely, but I at least understand where that's coming from.
Everyone into a sweat and even caused skill-based matchmaking. How?
I don't understand the huge problem with skill-based matchmaking. You're literally complaining about there being... You have to be skilled in order to play the game. I might understand it in casual modes, but these people are just like, what happened to the days where I could just call in an airstrike every single time, or it was a tactical nuke every single time I play Modern Warfare? I was like, I'm sorry, dude. Do you want to just shit on people 100% of the time? That's your goal? Like, you don't ever want to play somebody who's good? You just want to play noobs and just rack up the kills? That seems pointless, I guess. Play a single player game if you just want to murder everything. Why do you get satisfaction off of just destroying noobs? Yeah, that one's a bit strange to me. Does this take me here? I get it if you do want to play a multiplayer game, but you don't want to have to try hard because it's going to affect your back-end MMR or something like that. I get why that would be an issue if there's literally no option that's going to not affect your MMR. But generally speaking, skill-based matchmaking should improve the experience. Especially if you've got your noobs who are constantly facing the people who can call in a tactical nuke every time because they kill a bunch of noobs. Like, that ruins the game for them. Like, I'm sorry that you can't call in a tactical nuke every fucking game, but that's really shitty experience for new people. If they just don't have a way to get away from the people who are just oppressively better than them, you know? There's a level of oppressive skill, or there's a level of skill that is oppressive. Like, if I play in Street Fighter 6, I'm not particularly good. Maybe I'm okay if you give me modern controls and you give me, I can't remember her name, the big girl. Maybe I'm okay with that. But if you give me standard controls, and even if you give me a solid character like Ken, but you put me up against Justin Wong, do you think I'm going to learn much in that fight unless he just stops to teach me? No. He's just going to obliterate me with a bunch of things that I don't know how to do. So there is a skill gap that is literally oppressive. That doesn't mean you can't learn anything ever, but you know who you're going to learn more from than like somebody 10 levels above you? Someone 1 or 2 levels above you. They will teach you. They will definitely teach you. They'll show you some of the moves that you need to be using. Could it learn bad habits? Yeah, maybe. It's definitely possible, but you can unlearn those. So, I'm generally for skill-based matchmaking, but I think there is cases where maybe it should be toned down or removed or something. Okay, so what I'm looking for, I know there's one item I didn't get. I don't remember exactly where it is, so I'm looking for that right now. Well, let's continue.
Now, let's find out. Chapter 1, the death of casual gaming.
So, casual gaming is alive and well. Just look at the mobile game market. But if they're only focused on multiplayer games, I don't know if I play enough multiplayer games to really comment on it strongly. Hello, homie. I play fighting games a decent bit. I don't really play shooters that much. So, I don't know that it died. Also, like, even if you're talking about a single-player game, like, I'm sort of try-harding in Elden Ring in that I looked up a build. And in Diablo 4, I definitely looked up a build. But I play Elden Ring reasonably casually. I mean, I'm literally listening to a video and commenting on it while I'm playing it. That does screw me up sometimes because I'm concentrating too much on Elden Ring and then I can't talk. But I can totally play this game casually. I'm reasonably good at the game. I'm not amazing, but I'm good enough at the game where I can normally just walk through things, figure things out. So it's not really like a huge deal. I can't play Street Fighter 6 casually unless I bring my friends over. If I go into casual matches, I probably could though. So, I don't feel... I feel like I played Apex Legends on... It was a couple years ago. I don't know if they added skill-based matchmaking or if it was even in there when I was playing it. But I played Apex Legends, and we were playing that pretty casually. Like, is the issue that if I play Apex Legends, everybody would know the best weapons, so therefore if I don't use the best weapons, I'm gonna get fucking wrecked? I guess that's true, but that normally naturally happens anyway. People figure out the best weapons over time. Streamers and YouTubers and the like would make it quicker, probably, but I don't think that they would be solely responsible for it. So, yeah.
For YouTube guides, class setup tutorials, and controller settings videos, Call of Duty used to be the Wild Wild West.
There it is.
Players had...
See? That's the item I was looking for. Call of Duty used to be the Wild Wild West. Yes, you know who that was bad for? As someone who was shit at Call of Duty on console. I actually was okay on PC. I played Black Ops 4, and I actually had... I'm not saying I'm great, but I had like a 1.5 KD. And this was when I played Modern Warfare 2 on 360 back in the day. I had a like 0.66 KD. So that's a pretty substantial... That's like, I like doubled my skill by both switching, mostly just switching, and I paid attention a little bit better, I guess. I just kind of understood shooters a little bit better when I was playing it. So, but like, as the shit player in Call of Duty that I've been, I played with really good people. I played with somebody whose KD was like, I don't know, 3 or 4, pretty frequently, and he called in multiple tactical nukes. Granted, he was on my team most of the time, but that's really oppressive. First of all, calling a tactical nuke when I'm on your team is not fun for me, because I didn't get that many kills before you called in a tactical nuke, because I suck at the fucking game. So yeah, I don't think that we could just... The Wild Wild West is not good for everyone. It's good for people at the top. It is not good for people at the bottom.
No idea what guns were the strongest, what perks to run, or what attachments to use.
I don't think that's true. Because we're talking about Call of Duty, maybe like OG Call of Duty like 2. I don't know how big Call of Duty 1 multiplayer was, but at least since 4, it's been pretty easy to figure out what's pretty good. Oh, fuck, I'm dying. It's been pretty easy to figure out what's good. People knew what was good. Even YouTube was a fledgling thing in like 2007 when Call of Duty 4 came out. So, yeah, I don't know that was 100% the case. I didn't play it that much. But it was still definitely a thing where if you had a group of people, you guys figured out what was good. I didn't even look up tier lists when I was playing Brawl with my buddies, and we absolutely formed a tier list that was pretty close to what was reality. Okay, so there's a whole section I seem to have missed. So let's actually teleport back up here. See if we can figure it out.
But that was the beauty of COD at the time.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's part of the beauty of it. But I'm telling you, it's just not good for everybody. It's good for the people at the top. In the Wild West, you had a whole bunch of people who were like oppressed, you know, because there was like gangsters and shit running shit. That's good for the gangsters. It's not good for the rest of the people in the towns, you know. So, not a convincing argument. If you're not good at Call of Duty, then it's gonna be a bad time.
It meant people experimented and found out what worked for them, not simply using a certain gun just because your favorite.
People still absolutely do that. They will try out the good guns first, but I absolutely, if you tell me like a Street Fighter character is top tier, but I just fucking hate their playing style, like say, I know Zangief isn't considered top tier, but say Zangief is considered top tier. I don't like grappling. I'm not particularly good at it. So, am I going to play Zangief? I will try him out because he's top tier. But I'm going to drop him quickly. I like an aggressive style. I like rushdown characters most of the time in a Street Fighter or in fighting games. So luckily for me, in Street Fighter 6, Ken is really good. So I would at least have that going for me. But, you know, I don't think that people wouldn't experiment. This would give them reason to try out different builds. In Elden Ring, I tried out many different builds because they give you the ability to respec. So I tried out many different builds based on what, like, Fextra was telling me I should try, or the builds that he was putting out. Okay, I need to get over there. Oh, so I transfer over. Okay, I can do that. So maybe I start here and then try to go there. We'll figure this out together. Yeah, I don't think people... I think people, like, if you're, like, okay, the sniper is just incredibly good. Best weapon in Call of Duty, this fucking sniper rifle. If you don't have amazing aim, guess what you're not going to use? You're not going to use a sniper rifle. Doesn't matter how good that sniper rifle is. If you can't get those one-hit kills with it, then it's over. Like, you can't... Why even try? Well, not why even try. You can try to get better, but, like... While you're actually trying to compete, you're not going to do great because you're just missing a lot of your shots. So, yeah, I just don't... I don't think that there isn't experimentation. I feel like these builds and these tier lists and all that are more guides than rules. Yeah, I see that there's a fire. So I wanted to... We saw that it was over here... Right? I want to see, how do we get up there? Do we gotta go... Do we go back down? Is there another way across? Okay, there's a bridge there. I've probably gone across that bridge like a million times. I've just done all this shit and I just... There's like a passage I just missed, I guess. I don't know how I did it, but I missed it, you know?
Favorite streamer said you should. Take an OG World at War lobby, for example. Back in 2008, people would be running the Type 100, the DP28, the BAR, guns that would be considered off meta.
Yeah, I still don't know that people don't run things that are off meta if it fits their play style. It probably, I mean, I would agree with him that things have probably started consolidating more as information is becoming more available. Streamers specifically aren't the only ones giving me information. I, oftentimes, when I'm looking up tier lists for games, mostly fighting games, like I said, I don't even play that many fighting games. It's just the only one I've been playing recently because of Tekken and Street Fighter. But if I'm looking up tier lists for weapons or fighting game characters or whatever, I just Google it and look up articles first. Or Reddit posts. Because a lot of times Reddit posts, the people in the community will compile, like, pro gamer stuff. There's one for Street Fighter that I looked at a lot because they were looking at like the top players of each character and their rankings. So they compiled a tier list based on that information. So the streamers didn't even matter. Those people just looked at it. It was information that was already in the game and they compiled it into a post on Reddit. So yeah, I'm not... I'm not convinced that streamers would be it's just the internet more broadly than it is streamers, right? Information is available to us. The data is available. We can get people who can go get the data. We can go look at it ourselves. It's all available to us. So then we can start using the good stuff. Is that a problem? It can be. But also if you want, there are game modes in a lot of games that force you to be use different things. Gun game is a great example of that. So maybe if you want to sweat Stinny, go play your death match. If you don't, go play your gun game. I died because I tried to dodge through the freaking door and I missed it.
Whereas, if this game were to be released in 2023, we all know what would happen. Everyone would load up a guide video, and 90% of the player base would be rocking the MP40 with stopping power or Juggernaut.
Yeah, I wonder... 90%, that's just absolutely pulled out of his ass. Which is fine, I guess. But it is just pulled out of his ass. I bet it's significantly lower than 90%. Like, if you're not try-hard in the game... Why would you look this up? I don't know. I'm not convinced that most people would put in the effort like that. Maybe most people would. Once you get in higher skills, absolutely. But like, you're playing at higher skills, so you should expect people to use good equipment. Whether they look it up or they just learned it, you should be expecting that, and you should be ready for it. But I'm not sure that 90% of casual lobbies or unranked lobbies, or even 90% of the player base in general, is doing that. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
Not every single game. And who can blame them? If that knowledge is only a couple clicks away, why not use it for yourself? Everyone else is.
Yeah, that's true. But that knowledge wouldn't be restricted to just streamers, right?
It's ruined casual gaming as a result. Gone are the days where
Again, it hasn't ruined all of casual gaming. It has ruined... Well, I wouldn't even say it's ruined it, because I feel like you can go find the casual multiplayer experiences you're looking for if you want this type of thing. But, it's made the competitive more competitive, which seems good. And then you say, okay, well what about there's always skill-based matchmaking? I was like, that's a different problem. That's developers have started to do that, right? That isn't a problem of streamers pointing out good guns. It's a problem with the games themselves. So maybe ask for more casual modes in your games. Or ways to force people out of this. That's what you should be advocating for, not saying streamers are screwing everything up.
players can sit back, run a random loadout, and still be competitive. Nowadays, everyone wants to be a skunk, so you have to get on board with what may be a boring meta or be left behind. While streamers have...
Yeah, what may be a boring meta, that's again a problem with the game. If it's a boring meta where everybody's got this boring gun that's incredibly good, then the developers need to balance things a little bit better. If everybody's using one gun because it's just obviously the best, introduce more balance. See, this becomes way, way, way less of a problem if you just balance your game to where many different styles are useful. If you've got a sniper and a shotgun that are both incredibly good in Call of Duty, then you're going to have people mixing it up. Some people are going to be running around close range ganking people, and then some people are going to be sniping people and camping. So you just got to... It's got to be on the game to balance it. I mean, granted, balancing is really hard. So once the game goes out into the wild, it's unlikely that it's going to be very balanced. Because once people get to play it, the playtime increases drastically. You can playtest a lot, but it's never going to be like the real world. And there's always going to be people who can find something. And once the knowledge is out there, it starts spreading. So, yeah, I think balance will really help in this regard. Okay, let's see. I've been up here before. I feel like there's somewhere I should be dropping down or something. I think that's what is it. Can I just drop down here? Does this give me anything? No, just gives me death. Good. So, was that the ladder I found? I'm not sure. Oh, can I walk across this wall somewhere? So that's the bridge I just crossed, right? Yeah, because I started over there. I crossed that bridge. And then came over here. Maybe go on top of that somehow? Not entirely sure. I want to go down there. Can I hop up this, maybe? I can. Okay, I see a death spot. Have I been down there? Is there, like, a really obvious way for me to get down here and I just missed it because I'm retarded? No, I've been through here before. So is this... Yeah, that's just a descend. Damn it. So where is that ladder? I saw that ladder that just didn't... It wasn't all the way down. Where is that thing? You guys saw it too, right? All one of you who's watching? You all saw it, right? I'm not crazy? I'm trying to get one ladder, right? And then I'm trying to get that item. That's that main courtyard. I remember that. Yeah, I made you just doing nothing, but I didn't see a better way to get the one item that I'm missing from this place. Maybe I'll continue this way. Maybe this will give me something? No, this was a dead end. And this wasn't the ladder. Alright. This actually takes me basically right to a site of grace, doesn't it? Yeah, so I went around for no reason, too. Yeah, I got you, buddy. Almost died you. I mean, almost. You understand? Okay, so that, yeah, that's that courtyard. Been there, done that. And then, so let's actually, so this is the site of grace. We know this ladder goes up to that section. Cool. So let's travel to this one, and we're going to try to mark out the item again. We'll continue.
Made Call of Duty a more competitive, unforgiving experience through their ability to influence the masses.
More competitive would be good. Unforgiving, at least in a competitive mode, would also be good. I feel like what you need in a Call of Duty is you need like the Smash Brothers formula. You need, we can have 3v3 Final Destination, no items, or 3v3, 3 stock, Final Destination, no items, that kind of thing. But then, we can crank it up, put a whole bunch of items, and play on wacky stages filled with a bunch of, like, danger. So, you need more creative game modes, I feel like. If all you've got is, I've got a map and I can shoot my enemies, or throw grenades at them, or this, just, you can do Call of Duty actions to kill enemies. Then you're gonna struggle with finding that casual thing. I think gun game would be a good example of this. Maybe some kind of randomization or something. I think you solve this with game modes and balance. Balance for the competitive games, so you see more mix, and then more fun game modes for, like, I just want to see people doing random wild stuff. See, there absolutely is that fucking ladder. I told you that ladder was there. And that item is there, and I want to get to that building so I can jump across. So I nailed the placement of that. I just gotta figure out how to get there. Alright, so we're gonna go to the inner gate. We're gonna figure it out.
They've also made multiplayer way more accessible for new players coming to.
That's good. Accessibility is absolutely good. That's like a strict good, right? Because if you're playing a game, you want more people to play it so that it has a healthy player base, so that it keeps alive, keeps updating, keeps whatever. More people to play, more variety, hopefully. There's more minds in it, so that maybe they can figure more things out, using more fun strategies or whatever's going on. More player base equals good if you want to play the game. It's just true. So, if it's more accessible, that is absolutely a good. Whether you want to play casually or competitively, that would be a good. Oh shit, hello.
COD, it can be trial by fire. There's dozens of weapons, hundreds of attachments, and numerous ways to play. It's daunting, to say the least. Streamers help break that barrier to entry. Their educational content...
Good. This is good. So, streamers are both ruining and not ruining games, maybe then. Right? It's good and bad, the both of them? I mean, I don't even think the bad sides are that bad. I think if you want to be competitive, go fucking watch a streamer so you can learn how to be competitive. And if you want to be casual, ask for a more casual mode or play a different game. That seems to be what we got to do there. Okay, so it's over there. How do I get over there from here? It is number 2, right? Yes. Oh, damn, I didn't even notice you were coming. Let's get you dead. So... yeah, I guess I'll just continue on and see if there's a way up around there. I didn't see a way to jump down. Because I can get up there. I didn't see a way to jump down from there. I haven't seen that bridge. I don't think. Yeah, that's the main bridge to the guy, right? Yeah. So I didn't see a way to get to that bridge. Maybe that's what I'm missing.
Gets newbies on the right track and hopefully stops them from getting destroyed by more experienced players. But either way, it won't be long before they're caught in the negative cycle of playing the exact same way as everyone else.
Why would that be a negative cycle? It's only negative if you absolutely need, like, the most variety ever. There are games where, like, the variety is not what you're looking for, right? It could be negative. But if you just want the same, like, experience and you want to get absolutely the best at this one fucking experience, then that's fine. If you want it more varied, ask for more modes, ask for better balance, play a different game. You know? There are solutions to this. If there's solutions to something in gaming... sounds like gaming isn't ruined. Maybe that's just my hot take. If we have options to escape the things that we don't like, which we do, I would say, then maybe everything isn't ruined. No, I'm trying to target the wolf. There we go. Fucking dog. Get wrecked, nerd. Alright. So, here we are. Okay, I think I missed this. Yes! This is what I missed. Does this take me anywhere useful? Maybe it doesn't. Where's the item? Can I see the item from here? The item's over there. Okay. So, yeah, maybe this actually wasn't... maybe this ladder wasn't actually anything useful to me. Maybe I've been on a wild goose chase. So the item's over there. And I think what we need to do, we can go up around here and then go through that way, and then we should be able to get there. So let's give it a shot. Yes, behold ladder. I found it. Descend.
Chapter 2. Everyone wants to be a pro. Due to the rise of streamers...
well, it sounds like you don't want to be, right? You want a more casual experience or more varied experience than the pro experience. Right? So not everyone wants to be a pro? Because you... don't seem to want to be. You seem to want to play casually. So play a game that has casual players in it.
Everyone wants to be an esports player or content creator. 10, 15 years ago, this was...
you don't have to be pro to be a content creator, as evidence... oh shit, what the hell is this? I didn't even know this was a thing. Okay, well they fell down. I'm freaking leaving them. Screw that. But anyway, you're a content creator advocating for casual style of play. So you don't have to be a pro to be a content creator. So I don't know what's going on there. But yeah. What was the other? Everyone wants to be an esports player? Clearly not, because you don't. I don't. I do, if I'm trying to be competitive in a game, I do often look up strategies or like the best weapon or best characters to use or whatever. I do that. But that's not all the time. You know? I played Smash Brothers. I played Smash Brothers Brawl at like a very competitive level. I wasn't pro or anything, but I could smash damn near anybody. Like almost everybody I challenged, I at least took many games. I didn't find anyone who I didn't consider myself at least equal to or better than. And I played a lot of Smash people in college. So I got very good. I knew people who competed in tournaments, and they'd fight me, and they'd be like, wow, you need to be going competitive. And I'm like, I'm in college. I don't got time for this shit. So I got very, very good at Smash. Does that mean I didn't play with items on and, like, use, like, meme characters? I was terrible at Donkey Kong. You think I didn't pull out Donkey Kong to just get some wild kills all of a sudden? Of course I did. So, yeah, I don't... There's a desire for that. You just gotta find the spot that you're looking for, man. The competitive is more competitive. But if you don't want to be competitive, don't be competitive. Go do something else. Where is... See, this is the rock we need to be on, right? I think so. Maybe this isn't... Maybe it's that rock. Damn it. I'm lost. I need to find my way.
Wasn't a goal kids had back then. Back then, it was dreams of the NBA.
You think kids didn't have goals of being really good at video games? Maybe not as much, just because it's not as popular. But that wouldn't even just be streamers. Because there aren't, like, basketball streamers. That would be the rise of esports, right? So, I mean, you could watch basketball, but even like a streamer, like, I'm technically a streamer. I'm not good at any games, but I am a streamer. But without the existence of me, they could be broadcasting tournaments, right? So this isn't streamers still? Where the fuck? How have I not found this goddamn item yet? Why am I so bad at the video game? Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this. We'll travel back here, and we're gonna try to poke the item, and then we'll try to go get it. I don't know why I'm screwing this up so bad, but I am.
NFL or MLB. And while it's an incredible career for those fortunate enough to make it work...
Well, would you say that, like, everyone found the best bat? And so, therefore, the MLB is, like, ruining gaming? Or ruining baseball? Yeah, I'm probably not, right? I mean, granted, it's different because it costs money to buy a bat and everything. But the pro strategies of sports could be at least applied to the pro strategies of your Call of Duty or whatever, right? Maybe I do just need to jump this way, and I'm just not figuring out how. Do you gotta climb around? I don't know, man. I just can't figure out how to do this shit. But yeah, so I don't... At least some of the things that he doesn't seem to like would be applicable to professional sports. And streamers wouldn't be the huge effect on that. It would be professional esports. That would be the thing that changed it, right? I can climb up this. I can keep going. Can I get up this? Okay, yes I can. Maybe it is all just here, you know? Okay, can I get up this? Okay. Making progress. Making pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Okay. This is looking pretty promising. Oh, is it right below me? It is! So I went around for no goddamn reason at all. Because I'm not a professional either. Oh, I screwed up, but that's okay. But I'm not a professional player. You see? I'm screwing everything all up.
It's turned every gamer into a complete sweat. Everyone's got the turtle beach
It's not every gamer, right? Because you're saying you're not a complete sweat.
headsets, the optimal sized monitors with the perfect controller settings to go with it. They're VOD reviewing because streamers told them to do so. They're practicing recoil pattern because streamers told them to do so.
That's good. In a competitive environment, that is good. You want people to be better to make you better, right? This is all good for a competitive environment. If you don't want a competitive environment, go somewhere else.
And look, if you're gonna play a game, why not aspire to be the best you can be?
Right, why not? If you want to play a game for fun, play some casual game. There are casual games. Or play a casual mode in Call of Duty. Play gun game or something. You know? Like, I don't... What the heck? Just do something else, dude.
Beat, right? Everyone wants to win and improve, but it all feeds back to the same point. Whether it's COD multiplayer, Warzone, or any online shooter for that matter, everyone is playing like there's $10,000 on the line.
Maybe, yeah. So, yeah. Play something else. That's probably the first thing you should do. Oh, I can just walk through that fucking twig? Jesus Christ. Stone sword key. We nailed it. Hey, I actually need one, so that's cool. I'm gonna go use it. It's there. So let's go use it at that Evergel. Yeah, ask for different casual modes. There are casual shooters. Go play that. I don't know, man. Figure it out. This doesn't seem like an actual issue to me.
And every single time. And I'm not the first to say it. The effect streamers have on casual players has sapped a lot of the fun out of gaming. But hey, if people are making...
If you don't want competitive, it has. You sound like you just want to fight bad kids. You want to fight people who don't know which guns to use and who don't know the good strats. Okay. So you don't want to play competitively. So you want to do a casual mode. Pick a casual mode. Pick unranked. I will grant that there seems to be that in unranked modes, they still keep your MMR in there. So there's still a reason to fight hard. I will grant them that. We should fight for some non-MMR modes. But it sounds like you are complaining that your competitive game is too competitive. Here's the common phrase from us Elden Ring and Soulsborne players. Get good. Just get good. Not that complicated.
Careers in content creation or getting a sense of it.
Yeah, the content creation, that's nonsense. You can create content. Plenty of bad game players create content. I'm not very popular. I'm bad at fucking every game. And I create content. So there you go. There's plenty of good ones. But Twitch definitely isn't just... Twitch and YouTube streaming or whatever definitely aren't just filled with try-hard sweatstiny fucking esports players. Those exist. But you think... people watch Pokimane plays games. Have you ever seen Pokimane do any good at any game? I haven't. I don't watch her streams. But I bet it's not a common occurrence. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna call out Pokimane. I bet she's not very good at video games. I bet I can beat her in most games. I bet. So, the content creation thing is... Okay, sure. It could help, but it's definitely not necessary.
Achievement from their progression in game, and that's down to streamers. That's great for everyone. Chapter 3. Did streamers create skill-based matchmaking?
Probably not. I don't know how they would. Let's see. If they definitely didn't create it, unless they're literally on the dev teams for these games. But did they like cause it? What would be the arguments for them having caused it? It's just that people get so good that they need to separate people into different things? I guess, maybe? I'm not really following the logic from, okay, everyone's learned the good strats and the good equipment, so then we have skill-based matchmaking, right? Because you're gonna, whether or not the majority of people know the best strats and know the best equipment, there's still going to be strata of players, right? You're still gonna have your top tier, still gonna have your mid tier, still gonna have your bottom tier. Doesn't matter if all of them do that. They might look different. Your bottom tier is full of the people who didn't watch the YouTube videos, who don't know the best strats, who don't know the best gear. That could be your bottom tier. And your middle tier is people who suck but do know it, maybe. And then your top tier, or people are very good and don't know it. And your top tier is people who are good and know the meta. Right? But that wouldn't be... If... Yeah, it doesn't... That would still exist with the streamers, right?
Okay, I know that sounds like a bit of a stretch, but hear me out.
It does sound like a very big stretch. Please explain it to me. Actually, before he does that, see if we can't fight a homie. Where's he at? He's over here? All right. Godfrey, eh? Okay, I don't even... Did anyone see what hit me? Heal ourselves up. Doing pretty good. I'm an elite gamer who knows all the strats. I watched all the YouTube videos, so I'm doing it. Oop. Now I'm not doing it so much, but still not far from the end of this. Only need a couple more good hits on him. One more. Got him. Oh my god. Godfrey icon. Yay, we did it.
We've spoken about how streamers have improved the quality of the casual gamer, right? But the not.
Yeah. You spoke about how you improved their skill and how they actually improved the game, right? So let's see how they cause skill-based matchmaking, something that I would argue shouldn't be in every game mode, but is definitely something that should be there.
Knock-on effect of this is the skill gap is wider than ever before. Good play.
No, the skill gap wouldn't be wider. Not at all. The average player skill would go up, or at least ability, not necessarily skill, because if you mean skill is like your ability to aim, but since you now know the better equipment, the same skill with better equipment is going to be better than the same skill with shittier equipment. So the quality of competition has gone up. So the average competition has gone up. But the skill gap would be the bottom tier people versus the top tier people. And the bottom tier people are going to stay in the same spot. That's going to be your shitty people who don't know the meta. Top tier people are going to be your really good people who know the meta. So no, the skill gap hasn't gone up. Not at all. This doesn't make any sense.
Players are now straight demons, and inexperienced players are still, I'm sorry to say it, terrible. And
Yes. They're still terrible. As they were before skill-based matchmaking. So there's still no increase in the gap, right?
protect those gamers way below the skill curve, publishers created skill-based matchmaking.
Yeah, but they would do that whether the people know the meta or not, right? You're still going to have your shitty players. You're still going to have your really good players, whether they know the meta or not.
Prevents them from getting stomped on so they don't get disinterested and quit the game altogether.
Yes, that's good. You don't want people to get disinterested and quit the game altogether. Nobody wants that. No, I still don't have enough runes. Dang, I fucking use a lot of runes. I don't have any in here. Yeah, okay. Whatever.
But for the rest of us players, it means casual lobbies may as well be ranked lobby.
Yes, but that does... that's true. You want ranked lobbies that don't have... or unranked lobbies that don't have skill-based matchmaking. Fine. But that doesn't mean... Oh, I've removed all markers. Shit, I don't know where the other one was. I wish I could undo that. But that doesn't mean that there's a higher skill gap. If anything, the skill gap in individual games is much smaller. Much smaller. Alright, let's, we did all the things, so let's go back here. Air tree grazing hill. I think that's this one? No. This one. There we go. Alright, good. Talk to Millicent, exhaust their dialogue, and return to Gowry's shack, hear new dialogue, and buy new invitation if you wish. Millicent still here? No. Actually, I don't know if she is. She was hiding... I don't know where the fuck she was, but she was nearby. I feel like she's not here anymore. But I can go to Gallery's Shack. Where's Gallery's Shack? Gallery's Shack is... Oh, it's like over here. This? Yeah, there we go. Boop. And then... I don't know the fastest way to get to him. I'm just gonna Church and Plague. We'll figure it out.
So the argument that streamers created, or at least indirectly contributed to skill-based matchmaking, holds some truth.
No! You didn't say anything that was true! Where's the bigger skill gap? What the hell are you talking about? That didn't make any sense! I have no idea what you're talking about. There's no bigger skill gap. There's shitty players, there's really good players. Doesn't matter if people learn the meta. If anything, the skill floor might have gone up. And the skill ceiling might have both gone up. Because the average is going up. But that wouldn't increase the gap. That would keep the gap the same. If anything, it shrunk because the floor is higher. If anything. If you're saying everybody learned the meta, that means they're closer to pro than if they didn't learn the meta. So even if your shittiest player, who has no skill at all, knows the meta, then they're going to be better than they would if they didn't know the meta. Should have transported here. Right? So that's a smaller skill gap. So there's no truth in anything that you just said. So no. According to you, because your arguments don't follow at all, according to you, streamers did not create skill-based matchmaking.
And I can speak for 99% of gamers when I say we hate skill-based matchmaking.
Then fucking get good, dude. I don't understand. It's not a huge... I get, if you don't want it in every single game mode, I get it. If you are mad that you're playing people of similar skill, don't play competitive. What the hell is wrong with you, dude? Like, it's... Get better at the game. Like, you just want to pwn noobs? Like, that's your whole goal? That's fucking boring. And makes the game shittier for new players, as you pointed out. I don't hate skill-based matchmaking at all. Okay? Who's the 99%? I just don't understand. You're literally just complaining that you have to play people who are as good as you. What the hell is wrong with you? If you're competitive, that's what you want.
Back in the day, COD lobbies had real variety.
Then play a gun game or some shit. Ask for modes where some guns are restricted. You know? Ask for, like, hey, I want a mode where the top tier things are gone. You know? Ask for that. Ask for one where shit is randomized or something. Ask for items like Smash Brothers or something. You want your variety? Don't play a competitive game. I'm sorry. Competitive games are competitive. I'm sorry about that. It really is just like a... Either get good or play something else.
May get destroyed one game, rack up a 20 kill streak the next, only to have a super tight domination match that went down to the wire after that.
So, are you really having fun just stomping noobs? I don't know, maybe. It feels good, I guess, to have your 3 KD or whatever. But like, man, if I just non-stop win, I'm gonna get bored. You know what? Here's a good example of this. We were talking about this yesterday. I didn't lose a single time in the last like 2 or 3 Pokemon games. You think that's fun? No, that sucks. You know what I like about Elden Ring? I actually die. I actually die in this game. I don't want to die all the time, but I want to die. I don't actually want to die, but I want the threat of death to be there. At all times, I want the threat of death to be there. If you want to turn your brain off, don't play a fucking competitive game. If that's what you want, just go play something else. If you want your random fucking, I don't know, something, you want your chaos mode or whatever, like, go ask for that or play something else. That's what you need. You need to advocate for chaos modes. There you go.
It was the change of pace that people love. With skill-based matchmaking now, every lobby feels exactly the same.
I don't know that the change of pace is what people loved. I don't feel like that's... I mean, I guess it is fun to stomp people, and then... Yeah, is it the change of pace? I don't know. That seems a little bit of a weird claim. I'm not sure if that's what everybody loved. Oh, no, the main road north and activate the Altus Highway Junction site of Grace. Alright, got that. Nearby enemy box of signature. Need a progressive fast line. Alright. Knight's cavalry appears on the road at night. Kill him for Asheville War Sacred Order. I got that. Is Bach here anymore? I might have talked to him already. I think I did. Not sure. Also did talk to him somewhere else. So, like later, I teleported. North side of Grace, a golden seed, and a map to reveal the region. Slide north. Brother Corhin was looking for a gold mask. Okay. Finger Reader Crone. We're just going to keep going north. Now we're probably going to that, I'm going to guess. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just going to remove that. I don't need it anymore. Alright. Brother Corhin. Looking for a mask. Let's go.
They're tough, everyone will be of similar skill, and you'll probably end up with a 1 KD.
That's good. If everyone ends up with a 1 KD, then we don't have the people who are getting shat on all the time and upset. 1 KD isn't boring. You know how you get a 1 KD? You know one way to get a 1 KD? Is you get shat on one game, and then you shit on the next. That'll get you a 1. That's how math works. You can have variety in 1 KD. It means either you're always performing at one level, or you have a high here and a low there. Which still definitely exists, because I played Overwatch, and we would absolutely get Raffle Stomp sometimes, and we would absolutely Raffle Stomp other times. And those games were less fun than the competitive ones. At least for me. But that's because I like competitive games. When I play a competitive game, I want to be competitive. It's just me. I don't know.
And to those who say, well, just get good, it doesn't matter. Because even if you do, your lobbies will just get tougher.
Yeah. That's good.
And you'll be back to square one all over again. Before skill-based matchmaking, getting good actually meant something.
What did it mean? It meant you stomp noobs? That's what it meant to you? I mean, I guess, maybe, sure. If that's your goal. You're playing a competitive game. Your goal shouldn't be to stomp noobs. You think people at EVO want to sit here and fight me? No, I don't give a shit about fighting me. It means they go be better. They're higher rank. They look better. You know? They face stiffer competition. I thought that would go through them. So it definitely still means something.
If you improved, then your lobbies would feel easier. That was the incentive to get better.
But if your lobbies are so easy that you just stomp people all the time, then you lose interest, right? Like, what's the point? Alright. Looking for a gold mask directly east of the Altus Highway Junction site. Follow the road until it breaks. Off north, an open cave and amber starlight. Alright, let me try. I didn't find Brother Corhin. I'll talk to Finger Reader. Where is Brother Corhin at? Yeah, so he was just like on the side of the road or something. I remember finding him in my previous playthrough, but I haven't seen him here. Oh, there's a side of Grace here. That's cool. Alright, let's talk to you. Hello. Yeah, sure. Read my fingers. I don't care. Go for it. Okay, yeah, you're saying the same thing. Got it. Yeah, it's fine.
But now there's little reason to. And with a bit of a stretch, you can blame...
There's not little reason to. Competitive people want to play more better people. Right? You want to just stomp things. Play a single player game and keep the difficulty the same. You'll get that experience. If you want to compete against people, play the competitive game. If you want to play your Call of Duty on casual, ask for like a randomizer mode. Play gun game. Something like that. Okay, so I need to mark this guy because I want the rest of his stone sword keys. And I want his cookbook.
I'm afraid of very...
You don't have very little to offer. You actually got a lot to offer. You're doing pretty good. I'm just broke. You understand? I did already check this recently, but let's just do it again. Yeah, I still got nothing.
Part of it on streamers elevating everyone's game. Chapter 4, no discovery. Remember finishing the world?
That whole fucking chapter was literally... First of all, he just explained why skill-based matchmaking sucks. For like 2/3 of it. Even though the chapter was, did streamers introduce it? Like 2/3 of it he spent just saying why it sucks. Which is a fine thing to talk about in your video, but that's not in that chapter, right? So that's the editing bullshit complaint that I'm going to do there. But your explanation for how they introduced it was a completely unfounded claim that skill gap is increasing, even though there's no reason for it to be. And you didn't demonstrate that it would. And then you just said, so there's some truth behind it. Which there isn't, because the skill gap wouldn't increase. The floor might go up, which would decrease it if the ceiling doesn't go up. And then the ceiling might go up as well, which would keep it the same. I don't understand. In fact, I would think the floor would go up faster. The skill floor would go up faster than the skill ceiling. If the bad people are learning the meta, the good people already know the meta. Right? So, it might go up faster because they have more people to learn from, but they already know the meta. So they're not going to learn it because of streamers, because they already know it. They are the people streaming and defining the meta. So that doesn't... I'm not following at all. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
World War campaign just to be hit with that Nazi zombie screen and being thrown into the first ever zombies map with no clue of what's going on. That was a core memory all COD players will cherish. If you weren't there, you...
Zombies would not be an example of this, right? Or are you saying that people are looking up the meta for zombies too? And so zombies is easier?
Truly missed out. But that could never happen again in 2023. Why? Well, streamers. Within a few hours of release, there would be dozens of YouTube videos, TikTok videos, and social media posts about it. And that's the point. There's no mystery in gaming anymore.
There's no mystery. If you're playing a single-player mode like zombies, or at least a multiplayer, but you could play it by yourself, you're playing a non-competitive mode. It's just you and your teammates against the other enemy team. Don't look up the thing. Elden Ring is a perfect example of this. I looked up some things, but my first playthrough, I didn't follow a guide. Occasionally I looked up some things, but I generally just explored as much as I could, beat the game, and then followed a guide afterward. I missed out on a trophy because I wasn't following a guide, because I screwed up. So if you want the mystery, don't look it up. Sometimes the spoilers happen because social media like push things in front of you. I'll agree with you there. That sucks when that happens. Or if you are a streamer, people will fucking point that shit out so you miss it. Or yeah, so you just get spoiled on it. That sucks. But you can't avoid it. Go in, don't watch trailers, don't watch these YouTube videos. This is a like totally avoidable problem. It's only unavoidable in random matchmaking and like zombies type mode, right? Because people might know all the shit, and then they go and fucking find all the secrets or whatever, right? I would agree that there isn't really the... So, like, Pokemon Red and Blue had a weird phenomenon. I guess it's not weird, it's kind of a fun phenomenon. Where people just made up utter bullshit about the game. The Pika-Blue, the fucking Meryl, people were claiming that you could keep the SSN where it was, which you could do, and then you can get a level 100 Golem with Strength, was the first one I heard, and push that fucking truck. Complete bullshit. And then, one that made a little bit more sense, somebody said, no, it's not a Golem, it's a Machamp. Machamp's like the strongest Pokemon, like actual physical strength-wise. Get him to level 100, push the truck, that would make sense. You get yourself Pika-Blue. Seems plausible. Complete bullshit. Absolute just nonsense bullshit. So that will get very quickly debunked because everybody's got a cell phone in their pocket. So even the casual talking to that, even if you don't look it up yourself, somebody's going to tell you, like, no, that's bullshit. If you're just telling it to people. The rumors get nipped in the bud. So yeah, so that doesn't happen as much to some degree. I would agree with them there. So there is some mystery that goes away. But generally speaking, you can keep the mystery if you want it. I don't see why you couldn't avoid the YouTube videos yourself.
More due to streamers and data miners. It doesn't matter what the game is. Us players know every skin.
First of all, he said streamers and data miners. So data miners wouldn't be in your argument here. But there you go.
Easter egg and update coming weeks ahead of time. And even new releases get partially spoiled with trailer breakdowns.
Yeah, so don't watch the trailer breakdown. I would agree there is an issue with just thumbnails or tweets or short form content that you accidentally, short could probably screw it up, or TikTok or whatever. I would agree that there's some instances of it, but generally speaking, if you don't want to know all the secrets, you don't want to know how to get all the skins, don't look it up. It's not complicated. It's really not complicated, my dude.
They pick up the tiniest of details. Take World at War's final Zombies map, for example. When that dropped, players would search for Easter eggs themselves with their friends, and that was the enjoyment. Now everyone would head straight to YouTube and get the step-by-step tutorial.
If you have a group of friends who want the mystery, that group of friends, just don't go to YouTube and figure it out. Just don't go there. Just don't. Just stop. Just say, hey, I want to look this up. Wait, no. I like the mystery. You know? There's a big thing in, like, Soulsborne games. People say, like, hey, should I look up a guide on how to play it? And most people say no. That first time that you play a Souls game, it's like, you got to cherish that. Because that's when you know nothing. Okay? So just avoid it. Sometimes it's tough. Sometimes you listen to a podcast and somebody just... You listen to a gaming podcast, it's like a general gaming podcast, and somebody just fucking spoils the end of Last of Us or some shit. Sometimes it happens, you know? I get it. Sometimes it's unavoidable. But 90% of the time, at least, it is totally avoidable. So, just don't do it. If you want your group of friends to go in blind, then do that. Me and my group of friends... as far as I know, no one's actually looked up where all the secrets are in Darktide. But we're playing Darktide, and we're figuring it out. Okay? Is this an enemy? What is this guy? Oh, it's a dead guy. Oh, cool. Glad he's hanging out. But yeah, just if you're looking for that mystery experience, just don't ruin it for yourself. It's not a complicated process.
At the time of this recording, Modern Warfare 3 comes out tomorrow. I myself am super excited to play this installment.
Yeah? Does it? I don't even remember if Modern Warfare 3 has a fucking zombies mode. I'm just gonna say it does. If you're excited about the zombies mode and the mystery therein, don't look anything up about it. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't go on YouTube. Don't look it up. Okay? Don't look it up. You can avoid it. Even if you want the best weapons. Even if you want the best weapons for the competitive. I bet they're not going to spoil the zombies mode. I bet they won't. I bet they won't in that video. In the video titled, "This is the best weapon in competitive multiplayer in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I bet they're not going to tell you about zombies. I bet they won't. I can't promise it. But I bet they won't.
Getting to see the remastered maps, the brand new camos, and just the small quality of life updates is something that I look forward to. Until...
Great. Don't look that shit up.
I opened Twitter. Almost every creator was changing the location of their console to New Zealand. This allows players to access the game a whole day early. Gold Cam...
So this is also not streamers, right? This is just random Twitter fucks. Which I agree, Twitter would be a tough one. You might have to avoid Twitter for a while. Which, could suck if there's other reasons you want to go on Twitter. There's lots of reasons to not go on Twitter. So it's going to be okay if you just abstain. But, like, if you want to look up something else on Twitter, something big is happening, then yeah, it would suck if, like, you're trying to avoid one thing and get spoiled on it. I agree. I mostly agree with you there. It's not streamers. At least not streamers specifically. It could be a streamer that does it, but it could be any random fuck who figured something out. It doesn't stream at all. He's just on Twitter. Sorry, somebody's calling me. Yeah, you could just it's fine. Could be any random fuck could do this to you.
Demos have already been unlocked in-game, and videos have been uploaded to...
The fucking dramatic music on this, though. He's so concerned about this. This is ruining his whole life. Okay, I don't care about that. I want to go to that cave.
YouTube. I don't like the...
The YouTube, as long as it's not in the thumbnail, then you can avoid it. There are times where that's going to be tough. But generally speaking, you can avoid it. Okay? It's going to be okay. I believe in you. I do. I believe in this guy. His arguments have been bad, but his ability to not do a thing, I bet he has that ability. Okay? I bet he does.
Call of Duty allows this personally, and it's not like they couldn't stop it. The campaign early access launched at the same time for everyone, no matter the time zone.
Well, they would stop it to that degree, but if you played it a day later, they wouldn't stop it, right? Whenever the thing launches, this is going to happen. So even you're like, it's not like they couldn't.
This should apply.
Even you're not like they couldn't stop it. Shit is just not true. Wow, this dude is all over the place. How is he so wrong? How did he do this?
Apply to the full game as well, but it's not all negative. Some of the Easter eggs in zombies nowadays are almost impossible to work.
Yes, Destiny ones also are really, really tough to work out. So this community building of trying to do that together is normally quite good. Oh shit, look at all the fucking guys in here. I wasn't planning on fighting like outside. I was just gonna run to the cave, but I seem to have stumbled across other things to do.
Out with some sort of assistance from a streamer. And knowing what the upcoming skins are means players can save their COD points for a cosmetic they want. But
Right! Right! So they're not ruining gaming. They're helping. Even if I agree with you on all your negative points, which I don't, but even if I did, they seem to be getting offset by a lot of your positive points.
it'd be nice to have an ounce of mystery. Just having the chance to load up COD one rainy evening, only to be hit with an event or promotion you had no idea was coming to the game. Wouldn't that be nice? Chapter 5. They speak for...
Yeah, I mean, that would be nice. But I managed to do that. I just don't... I don't know. Maybe it's because he's just, like, terminally on Twitter. Maybe that's the issue, and I'm not. I'm terminally on YouTube, but I watch, like, the same shit over and over again. Not the same shit, but, like, the same content creators who don't just tell me every fucking Call of Duty update over and over again. So maybe that's just it. Maybe I just live such a different lifestyle than this guy that it's easy for me to avoid it, but it's not easy for him. I don't know.
For the community. Streamers are not like the typical gamer. They're usually in the top 1% skill-wise and play 6.
I definitely do not agree with that. Maybe the top 1% of streamers is in the top 1% skill-wise. Maybe. But streamers as a whole, watch a smaller one. Watch me. I'm a streamer. I suck at everything. I'm good at Smash. I'm not even good at Smash anymore. I was good at Smash. Okay? Like, streamers as a whole are not just gods in games. I don't know where he's getting this idea from. He probably streams. Does he think he's in the 1%? Does he just mean pro players are ruining it? Is that what he's saying when he said streamers? But streamer is a more clickbaity title? I'm going to guess that's actually it.
7, maybe even 8 hours per day. The problems streamers encounter are not the same issues casual players face.
That would probably be true. You know, if you can dedicate a very substantial chunk of your life to playing a game, which, like, professional streamers, not even professional game players, but people who stream for a living, can do such a thing. even if they're not MLG or just like an esport champ in whatever game they're playing. They can like dedicate more time to a singular game than a regular person. So yeah, I might agree here. Let's see how that's ruining gaming.
They just want to hop on after school or work, play a couple hours with the boys, and hop off. Yet sometimes, just sometimes, streamers will use their influence to push an agenda to the community and the developers that suits them.
So this wouldn't just be streamers, it's just influencers in general, right? Do this. So I guess, okay, the argument is going to be streamers say, I have this problem with this, like, it's a super hard thing to do. I don't know, let's just say, like, wave dashing in a Melee. It's a super hard thing to do. We want to patch it so that it's, I don't know, we want to nerf it. So, like, they focus on that. They don't even, you can even see in, like, Overwatch 2, the balance patches are normally geared toward the grand audience, not the streamer audience. They normally don't cater to the top of the top of the top. Where, like, I think Reinhardt was a good example. He was incredibly good in, like, mid-level. You're, like, gold. But he was considered shit in, like, plat, or I don't even remember what the hell the top tiers in Overwatch were. Masters or whatever. He was considered shit. And did they buff him? No, because he was crushing people in the mid tiers. You know? So, I'm not... This could be a thing. I would need evidence that it is a thing. Not just, hey, I think this could happen, therefore it definitely is happening. I don't want conjecture. I want a couple of examples.
Accidentally thinking it suits everyone. And generally speaking, streamers shouldn't be the spokesperson for the community.
I would need examples of when they are. You can't just claim this is happening. This would be a problem, but you need to prove it's happening.
Because in truth, they're not representative of the player base at large.
True. They aren't. But are they having this big of an effect?
Case in point, the return of slide canceling. It divided the
Okay, the return of slide canceling. I don't know what slide canceling is. Can you explain to me what that is? I don't want you... Please don't just use an example and not explain any of it. Is this just a COD? This is just like a COD channel or something, isn't it? So he just assumes that I know it. You shouldn't make YouTube videos to where it's only inside things. You can give a brief explanation, even if all of your audience knows what slide canceling is. You can give a brief explanation on what slide canceling is. You can give the 5-10 second explanation. It's not going to kill your viewers.
Community, but the majority of content creators were all in favor of it being in Modern Warfare 3. Why? Because it suits them as the top 1% player. They have time.
Okay. So I need to know how this returning negatively affect other people. Let's see what you're talking about.
To master the movement mechanics that regular players don't. But that's not to say that they always get it wrong. Take Modern Warfare 3 again for...
But that didn't... He didn't explain why that was bad. I don't know what slide canceling is, dude. You gotta explain it. You can't make this general argument that streamers are ruining gaming and be like, here's a thing that you don't know what it is. Streamers wanted it. Therefore bad. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. You gotta explain it to me. I'm stupid. I don't play Call of Duty. Please help me. I clicked on this because I was interested in streamers ruining games. I didn't want someone to just spit Call of Duty lingo at me and then say, isn't that crazy? I'm like, no, I didn't know this thing had anything to do with Call of Duty.
For example, streamers have helped COD return to what COD is. Red dots on radar, dead silence.
So he literally counters himself. Please tell me he's gonna, his final thoughts are gonna be, no. They have ups and downs. The answer is, no, they're not ruining it. They have benefits and they have detriments. I haven't agreed with almost any of his detriments, but if at least he concludes with that, because he's literally countered like all of his things with like, here's a bad, here's a good. He's done that like every time, so please tell me he's gonna end with that, please.
as a perk, and much more. Without content creators being so vocal, that message of what players want may not be so crystal clear to develop.
It may not have been. Yeah, sure. I didn't even understand. I don't even remember what the example was because I don't fucking know anything about Call of Duty. All right.
Developers. So in truth, sometimes their influence can benefit the health of the game, and sometimes it may potentially hinder it. I don't mean to bash content creators. After all,
you haven't bashed them. Your points have been bad. You may feel like you've bashed them, but you haven't. I'm not. I don't know. You had one example that I didn't understand, and then always said, yeah, but they do this good. Yeah, but they might do this bad, but they do this good. You didn't prove either side of that ever, so... I don't know, man. I'm not convinced.
I am one. They're a huge net
Right. You are one, and you're saying you're not all the things that they are, so which is also... You counter yourself just by existing. You know?
Positive on the COD community, from helping players of all skill levels to providing an entertaining escape from reality to...
I wish I knew that this was all about COD. I did. I glanced through some of the arguments before I watched it, but I didn't know it was all going to be COD. So good thing I don't know shit about COD, huh?
Being role models, but their positive impact does have consequences, and having a detrimental effect on the casual side of gaming is definitely one. Thanks.
You did not demonstrate that, even kind of. Okay. But at least he started clarifying at the end, I'm only talking about Call of Duty. That's good. I'm glad he's only talking about that. I can't argue too much against Call of Duty.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
You won't see me in the next one. I was not impressed with that. Okay, looks like I can...
So I'm going to give you guys the craziest pill.
Okay, I don't care about that. So what did we learn from that? We learned the skill gap is widening, even though we had no proof of that. We learned that without any explanation. That was an interesting thing. What else did we learn? We learned that skill-based matchmaking is going to kill us all. We learned something about slide canceling is ruining Call of Duty, even though I don't know what the hell slide canceling is. So that was cool. I don't remember what else we learned. I didn't learn that much. I wasn't convinced by any of his arguments. So. You know what we learned? We learned you should like and subscribe to my channel. You know, I'm gonna kill these goddamn crystal things. So, you should like and subscribe for a death to crystals. That's what we learned, you know? I hate these crystal things. Yeah, I know you do the stab. I know you do. I've seen it. Alright. Yeah, ran out of stamina. Yeah, your nice little spam move. Got it. When are you gonna get stunned? Is it not gonna happen? Yeah, I'm gonna run out of. I ran out of fucking magic. Lame. I gotta fight you straight up. It's not going well. Hopefully he's killing that one. Damn it. Break your shit. Ugh. I still haven't broken through that? God. Did he break through the other one? He's doing better on the ring blade one than I am, because he still has mana. Yes, I got it. Cool. And that should, yep, got some back. Great. So now I should be able to stomp this thing. There we go, good. Now this one. Cool. Alright, he hasn't broken that one either. You will break it. Yay, there it goes. Nice. And that'll get us back some mana. And we just... Oh. That's how we do against the ring blade. Or the crystal guardians, or whatever they're called. Okay. So there is more to this dungeon. So I am going to try to finish that. Before... You know, moving on. So let's actually, we're going to go to the entrance, and we're going to try to go the other way up to that kind of thingy. But we're done with the video. So that was fun. Was it fun? I don't know. I didn't actually really have fun. I didn't agree with any of his points. The examples were bad and didn't explain shit to me. Maybe if I was a Call of Duty player, I'd just be 100% on his side. But I'm not a Call of Duty player. I wanted to learn how streamers are the death of society. But I didn't learn that, you know? I just didn't. How are y'all doing? Y'all enjoying yourselves? Hmm? Excited about the championship games today. I think one is going on right now. I didn't honestly check. I'm gonna go watch it after I finish up here. So that'll be good. Go Ravens and go Lions. That's what we want. We don't want no fucking Chiefs. We're sick of the Chiefs. Okay? We're done with the Chiefs. You don't need no Chiefs. Alright? Okay? We just don't need them. Lions haven't won a Super Bowl. Would like to see the... I don't think they have. Maybe they have. I don't believe the Lions have won a Super Bowl. So I'd like to see them win. That would be cool. Especially if the Chiefs beat the Ravens today. If the Chiefs beat the Ravens, no question. You gotta root for the Lions. You gotta. The Chiefs were fun at first. I was excited when they first started being good. But now... They've gone to the championship game like every fucking year for like goddamn ever. The rule is though, if you beat the Bills in the playoffs, you lose your next playoff game. So, that has been the rule. The Chiefs have had it happen to them multiple times. So, and they beat them in the last game, so maybe they'll lose today. I expect them to lose today. The Ravens are really good. But, a man can dream, you know? Okay, is there no way for me to kill that? I got my arsenal charms, that's cool. Maybe there was a way that I didn't see up here. Maybe. Who knows? Only the claw knows. I will go, yeah, I'll go up around here, see if there's a way to kill it. This might be a thing where you gotta do it outside of the actual dungeon itself. This feels like it would be a way towards something, but I think it's not. I think I tried it before. It didn't get me anywhere. Yeah. What do we got here? Liar ahead. Yeah, not quite. Not any liars here. You're the liar. Message. You're the liar. Alright. Very good. The rest of the Site of Grace. We're going to call it there. Short stream today. But I appreciate all of you who watched. You know, had a long one yesterday, so I figured a short one today was fine. Seemed like an interesting topic. It was fine. It was an okay topic. Dude didn't substantiate anything. But, you know, what are you going to do? We got to look at Destiny for a little bit here. Not going to watch it, but we got to look at it. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Gonna still be putting out content all week. You know, got a couple of shorts planned. Edited video, hopefully Fridays. Yeah, and shorts. The basic plan is shorts Monday through Thursday. Edited video Friday. Stream Saturday, Sunday. That's a basic plan. That seems to fit pretty well into my schedule. It doesn't drive me crazy. I have some free time outside of YouTube if I do that. And I can actually do work and I can actually sleep, which is important. Didn't sleep too well last night. I don't know why. I just managed to stay up last night for some reason. Just laying in bed, wide the fuck awake. It was awful. I hated every fucking second of it. Don't know why. Was just there for 3 hours, just wide awake. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that fun jazz. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace out.